Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel. I am Shar. Thank you guys for tuning in with me today. Whenever this video posts, I think it will be in the daytime on the 30th of October. I wanted to come to you guys to talk about all the hoopla that's going on with Sharina Nicola Hudson and Kevin Hunter being engaged. Well, I was like, what is the big thing about them being engaged and her having this ring? Like, she posted this ring last year. I think it was April of last year to be exact. Like, what's the big deal? Now, no shade, the ring is beautiful. I hear it is 4 carats and it's worth like 80 G's. Kevin got money. Kevin has money. He's getting alimony and spousal support or whatever, interchangeable spousal support, alimony. He's getting it from Wendy Williams. So, he got money to buy her things like that. Um, but I'm wondering, like, are they saying that they're engaged because it's some type of record of them actually being in a legal engagement? And when I say legal, I just mean something outside of them having this sacramental ceremony that's not really, you know, legal to, what I mean? What's the word I'm trying to say? It's not really. They had some type of spiritual ceremony. It wasn't legal, so it wasn't an official wedding or marriage, but it was just a profession of each other's love on a spiritual level. And I'm like, is that what everyone? When I say everyone, I mean the media. Like, the Sun reported this. Page Six reported this, and generally, Page Six is pretty authentic. Like, they don't really just do a bunch of hoopla and stuff. So I'm like, what is this all about? Like, she posted this ring so long ago. Like I said, back in April of 2020, she's been having the ring, and unless Kevin Hunter came into a whole hell of a lot of money, I doubt if he's going to actually marry, because his spousal support will stop, as it should. I mean, as it should. If you're getting married, that would mean that this whoever you divorce is now taking care of you and your new spouse. So that's why generally when you get married, spousal support stops. So I don't know. Is it something that we don't know, that hasn't been posted or realized by anyone? But this ring is old news. But nevertheless, the ring is beautiful. You're looking at images of Sharina Nicola Hudson. I mean, no diss to her. She's a beautiful young lady. It's nothing wrong with her as far as visually. And deep down, it may not be nothing wrong with her as a person, but she's getting talked about and made relevant because of who she cheated with. Now you're looking at one of her subliminal messages. She posted this last year, back in March, in the height of the pandemic. She says, "No secret or no hidden secrets, just none of your business." Now this is during the height of, what, 19, that 19 thing, okay? No hidden secrets, just none of your business. So, anything you're doing with Kevin Hunter becomes public knowledge because he was married to such a public figure, which is Wendy Williams. Here's a picture of Kevin Hunter right here. Kevin has swag. Kevin is a native New Yorker. Kevin has all the New York swag and the New York slang, and he's jiggy with it, or whatever you want to call it. So I understand, and he's quite a bit older than Sharina. I understand she's smitten with him. She's in love with him. He gives her that rough edge, thug, New York type style. And, he has the Bentleys, he has the Rolls Royces, all that stuff that's giving her like this rapper vibe or whatever. And quiet as a kept, Kevin Hunter may be a rapper in his own head. Okay? So, I mean, I get it. I get that she's in love with him. She loving the vibe or whatever, and she's loving the lifestyle. Who wouldn't? But it's off of Wendy Williams' back. I mean, Wendy Williams made him her manager and made him the manager of the Wendy Williams show, so he got a paycheck. Before he got with Wendy Williams, I don't think he really had a job. I mean, he might have been a low-level street pharmacist of something or the sort. Wendy Williams have stated herself that Kevin Hunter didn't really have much. I think she said he might have graduated high school. I'm not sure. And this is not a bash to Kevin Hunter. I'm just stating the facts. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a definite come up for Kevin that Wendy Williams became smitten with him. You know what I mean? She kind of needed some brawn back in the day because she was on the radio talking a lot of smack about different people in the industry, as she does so well. So, because of that protection that he gave her, she kind of fell for him, and she fell hook, line, and sinker. And that's fine, and that's okay. Thing is, at this point, I feel like Wendy always liked and loved him more than he loved her. You know what I mean? And that happens. That happens every day to people, no matter what line of work you're in, no matter how much money you got in the bank, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah. Also, too, we want to report that the new season 4 of The Housewives of Miami, has been revealed. Okay? And you remember your boy Kevin Hunter said that he was trying to get his homie, his soulmate, Sharina Hudson, on the new cast of The Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I'm here to tell you, sisters and brothers, she's not on there. She didn't make the cut, okay? She did not make the cut. She is not going to be on The Real Housewives of Miami season 4. And Kevin Hunter tried to get her on there. I don't know if he had the pull. Obviously, he didn't. Or maybe Wendy Williams stepped in because she did make it known to Andy that she wanted to be a part of the show. And, obviously that didn't pan out either. But, she might have expressed to Andy, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Like, please, I'll give you hell if you put this girl on this show. However, whatever, she did not make the cast of Housewives of Miami. The show is set to premiere this December, and it won't be on Bravo. It will be premiering on Peacock. So that's something different. Housewives of Miami was the only Housewives franchise that seemed like it didn't get as much love from the viewers and just the general public. It didn't do very well. Right here is a new cast member. I think her name is Dr. Martin, I believe. She was not on the original cast of the Housewives of Miami. I think her name is Dr. Nicole Martin. She is joining the cast full time. And also, Kiki Barth. She's going to appear as a friend of the show, friend of some of the girls on the show. I am not sure who these people are, but they are going to be on the Housewives of Miami. As I said, season 4 set to premiere in December of this year. It says there will be some familiar faces returning, which is Larsa Pippen, former wife of ex-NBA player Scottie Pippen. And who else? Some of these names are just because a lot of the ladies on Housewives of Miami are not altogether American, so their last names are really, really hard to pronounce. But um, and Alexis Echveria, Elisa Hochstein, as I mentioned, Larsa Pippen, and a Gertie Abarrera, Julia Limagova, which is the wife of tennis star Martina Navratilova. Okay, like, yeah, these names are a mess. I'm quite sure I butchered them. I am sorry. I apologize to those ladies if they ever hear this broadcast. But yeah, no Sharina Nicola Hudson on the new season of The Housewives of Miami. So sorry, girl. I mean, and that's no shade, but they probably deemed it an issue because they weren't going to be able to fit her in. Like, who are you the friend of? You were not already in these circles, especially in Miami. Like, they live down there in Florida now, but those women have a rapport with each other, a circle, NBA wife, a wife of a doctor or whatever the case may be, a plastic surgeon. They're on a certain financial level. Um, Sharina Hudson wasn't always on that financial level, so she wasn't in those circles. So she don't know any of those women. You get what I'm saying? So it would have been hard to kind of intertwine her. I mean, they could have brought her on there. It just would have been fake friendships. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know anything about Sharina Hudson besides what we know is that she became acclaimed to fame by having a relationship with Wendy Williams' husband. So I don't know. But yeah, so that's that on that. He wasn't able to get that done. And I know he's probably pissed because he wants more money coming in. He doesn't want to be the only breadwinner. And I'm quite sure Sharina, I mean, no diss, no shade. She seems like she wants to work. She seems like she enjoys working and being her own boss and running a business, running a successful business that's making money, and that's admirable. That's a great thing. Like I said, the girl seems like she has some great qualities. However, it's unfortunate that you became popular by dating a married man that was married to a very, very, very popular woman. You know what I mean? So that unfortunately is what you're going to be known for so long. I mean, it could change. We could end up knowing you for something else, and your name could ring out for other things. It's possible. I always use Kim Kardashian as the example. I mean, who'd have thought that we would ever think of anything other than that sex tape with Ray J as it relates to her? And here it is at this point. I don't know about any of you, but at this point, I almost hardly don't even think of the sex tape anymore when I think of Kim Kardashian because she's done so many other things and she's become so relevant on so many other levels. It's like that is just secondary. Now, I don't know. Maybe if I've seen the tape, and I have seen the tape, a very, very little of it, but nothing. I've never seen the tape all the way through. So, I don't know. I was going to say maybe if I had seen the tape all the way through, it would be etched in my head, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think I would be thinking of the tape, even if I had seen the tape all the way through. And it's because she's done so much more. And not like she's so great or anything, but I'm just saying, I just know her for so many other things now. If nothing else, just being Kanye's wife and everything that they've gone through, and then having kids and just the show that they had that ran so long. I hardly ever really think of the tape as it relates to her. So, yeah. So it's definitely possible. I mean, dating someone that's married is not as disgraceful as having a sex tape, unwillingly. Like, people who want to present a sex tape, that's fine. That's up to them. There's no problem with that. That's what they want to do. But I don't think Ray J and Kim wanted the tape to be revealed. So it was like initially I don't think they wanted to be revealed, and then later on I guess her and her mom or whatever figured they could make money off of it and had the tape revealed or whatever, allegedly. But so yeah, I mean, Sharina could definitely come back from this. It just depends on how she moves going forward. Depends on how she moves. It depends on, how she presents herself and what it is that she says when she do speak. So yeah, I mean, it's possible she can move past this and people not even really think of her as a mistress to Kevin Hunter any longer. And then I don't know, it depends on how Kevin also talks about her in the media when he does mention her. But I know one thing, they got to keep it 100. They got to keep it 100. They got to keep it straight up, and they can't sugarcoat it. They got to just come clean and just be like, it is what it is. And I don't know if they've done that as of yet. Kevin Hunter still kind of does cap. Like, he caps a lot still. You know what I mean? And I don't, I just don't get him. And I get it. He loves the lady, so he tries to um, give people public opinion about her. He wants to make that better. And I get it, but you can't lie. You can't lie about stuff, and you can't cap on things to make her look better or to make people like her. Like a while back, I believe it was back in the summer of this year or maybe last year, I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. But someone was giving her the blues about being a mistress and, stealing Wendy Williams' husband and yada, yada, yada. And this guy takes to his Instagram trying to defend his lady and, goes on to say things like, well, that's his soulmate, that's his ride or die, Bonnie and Clyde. What is it? He mentioned some movie with Megan Good and Tyrese. I think it was Waist Deep. How they were like an item or a couple in the movie. Like, I mean, his whole train of thought is kind of just like ghetto and weird. But anyway, yeah, he kind of referenced those two couples, referring to him and Sharina. That's his girl, his ride or die, his soulmate, all these things. And, she is the one for him. And, he loves her. And, she took care of his son with Wendy Williams, and she saved his life and all this stuff. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? And I began to realize that he was speaking of when the son him and Wendy Williams had together, which is Kevin Hunter Jr. He had got host to synthetic drugs. And rumor has it that someone from Kevin's side of the family introduced their son to these synthetic drugs. I think it was like laced or synthetic weed, okay? Allegedly. It was someone on Kevin Hunter's side of the family that introduced this kid to this synthetic weed. Anyway, the young man had a terrible reaction, because, with these synthetic drugs, it's almost more healthier to take the regular drug than a synthetic version of the drug, because the synthetic version of the drug is just, it's havoc, it's dangerous, it deteriorates the brain cells on sight. You know what I mean? It has you hallucinating. It had, it was reports back when this was popular, and it was popular only for a short period of time, which is a blessing. But it was known that people who was smoking these synthetic drugs, they were like jumping off of buildings and biting people, eating people. You know what I mean? It just had these people doing mad, crazy, weird things. and it was tragic. And I'm so happy like that is not like a thing anymore. It looks like fentanyl and that type of thing has taken over in terms of the like the newest, hottest, trendiest thing as far as drugs go. But oh, oh my God, that was just some weird stuff. Like people was, I mean, I had heard stories where people bit people in the face after being high off of these types of synthetic drugs. And what are synthetic drugs? Only God knows. Like it was just like a melting pot of bull crap, you know? So, I don't know, but yeah, it was alleged that someone from Kevin Hunter's family introduced their son to this synthetic drug, and it was because um, the family member had a vendetta against Kevin Hunter because Kevin Hunter had been promising this family member, I guess work, money, a come up, by helping him out, and Kevin never did it. He never helped him. I guess he never gave him money. So, allegedly it was said that this guy wanted to just pay him back. And I guess he couldn't really get to Kevin directly. So the way they kind of did it was getting to the son. Allegedly. Now, I don't know if this is true, but this is a rumor. And this is a rumor. And I don't like to really spread rumors. And I think it is out there as it relates to how and when their son got exposed to the synthetic drug business, but um, yeah, that was a rumor that was out. That was a rumor that was out that it was someone from Kevin Hunter's side of the family that did this. Anywho, of course, the young man experienced like a terrible, you know, experience with this, and they wanted to get this crap out of his system. So they basically took the kid down to Honduras. At the time, Dr. Sabi was alive. Obviously, this is where Dr. Sabi resides, where he resided, down there in Honduras. They took him down there to get some of the medical care and treatment from Dr. Sabi with, his life changing and life saving detoxes. And, because Wendy is such the alcohol, I'm sorry, not the alcoholic, but such the workaholic, um, to my understanding, I don't think she went. I don't think she went to Honduras because she had deadlines and had schedules and dates to meet as it relates to the Wendy Williams show. In other words, she had to work. She had to be there. So the consensus is that Kevin went down there. I don't know if Wendy Williams knew that Sharina Hudson also went, but allegedly Sharina Hudson also went and helped take care of Kevin when they were down there when he was getting the detox treatment. I think they were down there for a few weeks, maybe 4. I'm not exactly sure because it is a process. Dr. Sabi, if you know anything about him, he has these amazing detoxes that literally cleanse the body on a cellular level, meaning your cells and nutrients in your body are cleansed due to these ingredients, all natural, that he comes up with. And he's cured people with diabetes, cancer. He's cured AIDS. He's cured herpes. He's cured so many things, and it's been documented. And probably why Dr. Sabi is not here today. Allegedly, this is a conspiracy theory that this is why they took this man out, because a lot of people would need these very expensive drugs, if they can get these things cured naturally, right? So, this is all off topic, but, he went on to say that Sharina Hudson saved their son's life, and that's simply not true. I mean, my God, why would you put that on her? Like, why would you say that? If she could save his life, what was the purpose of going down to Honduras? You know what I mean? And inquiring Dr. Sabi if she could do it. You know what I mean? And at the time, I don't even think she was all into the vegan thing yet. And if she was probably just getting into it. But the thing is, how dare you take the credit away from Dr. Sabi, who is the one who actually saved your son and helped your son? She probably assisted in terms of his care, like, helping him follow through with whatever the detox rituals was, whatever he had to take daily. I don't know if it was exercises he had to do, retreats or journeys, or, whatever. I don't know. But the whole game plan and the medical plan and the treatment came from Dr. Sabi, not Sharina Hudson. She obviously just helped care for him while they were there. So for him to take the credit away from this man, and he's deceased, even if he was still alive, but I mean, if he was still alive, he would be able to take up for himself. You know what I mean? But for you to take the credit away from Dr. Sabi and say that this girl saved your son's life is blasphemy to me. She did not have the expertise and the knowledge to be able to cleanse this young man's system of the poisons and the toxins that he endured, when he was on this little synthetic drug kick. So, Kevin, he caps. That's what I mean. He caps. He goes way overboard in trying to, you know, lift her up to the public when people, in his opinion, throws dirt on her name. And, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We didn't ask you guys to meet. We didn't ask you guys to cheat. And the fact of the matter is, you married someone that's famous, which unfortunately makes you, I don't know if I would say famous, but it makes him popular. I mean, Kevin Hunter nor Sharina Hudson's names are household names, but, you know, they are popular. Like it or love it, they are popular. And because of that, people are going to talk. So, they might as well get used to it. But yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys and, kind of discuss and chat and talk about like this ring. It's a beautiful ring. But, and I guess anybody can say they're engaged. They probably do say they're engaged. But the $100,000 question is he going to ever marry her? And I think not. I mean, Kevin Hunter has said in the past that he will never be in court again over love. Like, he would never do it again. And I believe him. And quite frankly, this time around, he has a lot to lose, like financially. Like, divorcing Wendy Williams, even though he would have never divorced Wendy. Like, he was going to allow her to end up dying, like, end up killing herself from alcohol or drugs or whatever it is her vice is. But he would have allowed her to kill herself before he divorced her, because he just wanted, all of her assets and funds and her property and all that. But in this divorce, he gained, right, with between him and Wendy. He gained. But if he was to marry Sharina and they get a divorce, well, then he'll be losing funds and assets. So, yeah, I feel very safe in saying that he probably won't marry her. And if he does, I would think that he would have come into a whole lot of money, a whole lot more money. So, yeah, the jury is still out on that. We will see, as they say, we shall see. Um, but yeah, no, I do not believe that they will get married because, again, the alimony will stop. And I don't know how long he's on the payroll of alimony, but I feel safe in saying that he's going to ride it out to the very last payment. Like, he's not going to, do anything to jeopardize that money he's getting monthly until he can't get it anymore. So, yeah. Um, so unfortunately, he couldn't get her on the cast of Housewives of Miami. They're gonna come up with something else. So yeah, these two never cease to amaze me. I don't know, maybe somewhere, someone overheard them saying that they're engaged. Who knows? I mean, because to me, it seemed like this just came out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden they're engaged, and all the tabloids and everybody is reporting on it. I'm like, that ring, she's been had a picture of her wearing that ring from a long time ago, last year. Like, why is it a big deal now? So I don't know. I don't know if someone overheard one of them, or if not both of them, discussing engagement, or what, or maybe I don't know. Did Page Six or the Sun just peep one of the photos from one of their Instagrams where she had the ring on, and this was the first time they've ever seen it, and decided to report this, or what? And I'm like, this is old news. Like, she's been had that ring. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. Crazy, 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 crazy. But anyway, guys, drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about Kevin Hunter initially wanting to get Sharina on the Housewives of Miami, and now we hear and see that she did not make it on the cast. And what do you think about this whole engagement thing? What do you think that's about? Like, do you think they were talking about it and someone overheard it and now it's being reported? Do you think they actually are engaged? Because, like I said, an engagement is not a legal action. It's just an engagement. It's not like the actual marriage where you have to sign the marriage license and all that. But do you think they're really engaged? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and he may have said it. Who knows? But the thing is he going to marry her? Do you think he's going to actually marry? So please, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. I have so many great listeners and followers and subscribers, and you guys have such amazing comments. And please keep them coming. I do read them. And they are getting a little plentiful, but that's fine because I do read them, and I do reply. I even replied because some people have some really good points. They make really, really good points, and they have some people even have really good stories. They put short stories in the comments, which is amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. Until next time, thanks again for listening, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.